believe that this thing is on, and it is. So, hello everybody, this is NapaFan here, and I hope that the title of the video doesn't come across as clickbait. I'm not trying to do that, but that's what the video is. It's a thank you to everyone. And I'll be talking for a while here, so you don't have to stay the entire time or anything like that. You know, I'm not expecting you to do that or anything, but yeah. Hello, how's it going? I know that lately I've not been, like, I guess you can say as active or anything, and to be truthfully honest, there is no reason to apologize for that if you understand that I work 30 hours a week on top of school, college to be exact. You know, that it could be hard to be active very frequently, and I like that one, Matthew Brown, I like that one. Hey, I'm glad some people still think I'm worthwhile. I'm just joking, but either way, it has been a very rough and stressful past couple of months for me, and a lot of it has to do with job situations and school and all that stuff. And unfortunately, and I you know, this is the first time it's happened, this has kind of taken a back seat in my life, and it was hard to adjust, very hard to adjust to it being a back seat, but you know, it's been kind of back there, and that's why the quality of the races haven't been, I guess, as good as they have been. You guys don't notice that because, you know, I know how to do. I've been doing this for so long. They pretty much all look the same at this point. But I will say, I was editing races in Adobe Premiere, and then I switched to Movie Maker real quickly because I just didn't have the time to do it all. And I will say, it has been exceptionally stressful trying to work, do school, and do this all at the same time, and most people would think I'm crazy that I continue to do this in my situation, but a lot has happened the past few months, and the first thing I'm going to get to is the NRLOA. Yes, I'm mentioning the NRLOA. No, it is not coming back. We're not going that far with it, but I feel like there is a really good need to apologize for this one, because when the final race of the NRLOA happened, I got a lot of thank you messages. A lot of people made videos, you know, saying thank you to me for bringing the league together and everything. And I never really responded to anybody. And at the time, I just wanted the NRLOA to go away. I did not like it. And I'll explain a little bit why I didn't like it here eventually. But I didn't ever, you know, go to anybody specifically saying thank you for all your kind words, and this is to everybody. I know I got some specific messages from people, and I did watch them. I did watch all I could, I believe, and I saw what everyone said about it, and, you know, it was at that moment I realized, you know, wow, it did, you know, have a pretty big impact in the community, and, you know, as much as I hated it myself, I don't think you guys did, and I think a lot of you guys were surprised that I got rid of it, but still, I want to thank every single one of you guys who did, you know, send me kind words about the league and all that, and a lot of people made it out to be this real big thing, and it's almost like I wasn't doing NR anymore, so I found it very interesting just how many people were attached to it, but still, thank you for all the kind words that you guys gave to me when it went away. And you know, that's about all I can say. I never got the true opportunity to actually individually thank each and every one of you for doing that, but here it is, and it meant a lot to me at the time. And you know, it just means a lot that I have guys like you who would, you know, go out of your way to say something like that about something that I didn't feel like was such a big deal, but it turned out to be. But thank you. Thank you for showing all that love to the NRLOA and everything. And, you know, the NRLOA was a bit of a mess, and most of you probably didn't see it, but I did not like the way I had it run. I did not like the decisions I had made with it, and it just stressed me out trying to run a league and wanting the league to succeed, and I didn't feel like it ever did. I mean, we get guys who'd come in, they do a couple races, and then they wouldn't do anything for forever, and it just felt like we never had a true footing anywhere other than my channel. And it was at that point, it's like, you know, I'm just stressing out too much about the league itself I should just focus on what I'm doing. And that was the beginning of things starting to kind of calm down here in Napa Fan. Me not being involved as much with things, and me not being able to do these races all the time, me not being able to do as much as I used to. I mean, you guys remember, some of you guys probably remember when I literally did a race every single day. That wasn't too long ago, and I was still in high school when I did it. But I used to do that. Now I do 1-2 a week. Of course, right now we got like 3 going on a week to finish everything out in time. But yeah, we did a lot, and it obviously has slowed down significantly. And getting rid of the interlude was one of those reasons. And I feel like, especially at the beginning of the year, and some of you might remember when I feel like I went overboard with showing my displeasure of, where I felt the league was going. I feel like that kind of started it all, and this led to the NRLA being no more, and it really led to my displeasure of the league, because I feel like, oh man, now everyone thinks that, it's got to be this perfect little thing, and I was like, you know what, let's just focus on the races. And I don't know, the beginning of the year was a very, very tough time for a lot of people, and I feel like I contributed to that in a bad way, and I apologize for that. But either way, I do appreciate everyone's thank you messages and everything back in the end of August. Actually, now it's September when it all happened. I can't even remember when it all was, but it meant a lot to me, and I'm really glad you like the league and everything. And I will say, it is not coming back. It never will come back. I think I'm pretty happy with where I'm at in Marty's league, and it's just nice kind of doing my own thing. That's kind of what I wanted to do. I didn't want to control anybody else. That's not who I am, and I feel like that's another thing that I was doing with the league. It was controlling other people, so that's why I let it go. Though, thank you very much for all the messages on the NLA back in September. I greatly appreciate it, but that's it's gone now. So I think we've all come to accept that by now. So yeah, but thank you for that, and yeah, I'll keep on doing races. That's the main thing. But anyways, past few months, I'll get a little bit personal here, have been very, very rough, and it's been a lot of stress, especially with school and work, especially the past couple of weeks, because I've been working about 30 hours a week and having finals go on at the same time. Finally, the semester's over, so that's why I'm actually getting the opportunity to do this video, because I just have not had the time to do it. But yeah, it was very interesting what happened. I had an accounting job over the summer, and even over the summer, I was, majorly stressed with just working that job, and then working my other job, which I currently am working now at 30 hours a week. But it was an office job, and I learned the unfortunate side of it, that it can get a little political. And when I say political, I don't mean Republican, Democrat. I mean, I don't like you, I don't want you here anymore political. And it was not fun having to deal with that. I felt very uncomfortable at the job, and it eventually came to be where I was let go, and it was probably the greatest thing to happen to me, even though I felt terrible when it happened. So I've been mentally having to deal with that the past couple months, being let go from a job. And accounting that's what I'm studying in school right now, is accounting. I'm studying to become an accountant, and I had this bookkeeping job, and for the most part I feel like I did a decent job, especially considering how much I was getting paid. And it all kind of went downhill, and I was let go because apparently I made too many mistakes. But to be honest, I feel like my personality there was not appreciated, and I've been having to deal with that mentally over the past few months, and that is kind of spilled over here. It's just hard to go and do things for me sometimes now because of that, and it's frustrating. But I'm learning to get away from that. I got accepted to a new school. Of course, I go to a community college. I'm going to a 4-year school for my final 2 years of college next year. So that's all cool and everything. It's a very good business school, and hopefully from there, I'll be able to get a good job, and the rest is history. So that's what you hope, but that's not how life usually deals with it. So we'll just have to see how it all goes down. But it's been frustrating because of that. I think about it a lot, and I'm like, it's very unfortunate I was treated that way, but on the same side, just gotta let it go. And it has made it hard for me to just have a motivation to do things, and that includes this. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I have stopped and thought, like, should I be doing this anymore? If I'm having trouble in school, if I'm having trouble at work, should I be doing this and art stuff anymore? And there have been times where I thought, you know what, I'm gonna need to stop. But the way I look at it is, if I quit this, it's almost like quitting school, because I have deadlines that I meet myself. It teaches me how to do things on time. It teaches me time management, and like I said, quitting this would be like quitting school. It is a task, it's a job for me in a way. And that's what I like about it, is that, even though I do it all on my own time, I still make myself do it at certain times, and I want to keep on doing that to teach myself good time management, to teach myself, dedication and hard work. And hey, it's worked out pretty well at this point. I think, I've been able to do a good job keeping things up to date. I did upload the race today a little bit late, but I kind of almost need this. I couldn't get away from it at this point. It's been part of my life for almost a quarter of my life at this point. So it's going to be very hard. It would be very hard to leave it. So, and I know you guys could never deal with that, or some of you can't. And, there are times where I just don't have enough motivation to feel like I should continue. But in reality, I will. And, I'll always be here, always do something at least. And even though I have to scale back, I'm not going to completely stop doing it. And, yeah, that's just the way it goes. So, thank you to all you guys who are still here. It's been a rough couple of months and everything, but I know you guys are still watching and everything, and I appreciate that, I mean, things are so much different now than what they used to be. The whole NASCAR community on YouTube is so different than what it used to be, and being here for as long as I have, it's kind of interesting seeing the way it is now and what it has come to. And I'm not gonna throw my opinion on it too much, but I'm just not gonna throw my opinion on it, because most people probably wouldn't be happy about it. But either way, I like doing what I do. I love doing what I do. I love staying true to what I do. And there are times where I feel like I should do something different. Do a podcast, do NASCAR or more general NASCAR videos and everything for other people, so it can become one of those popular YouTubers. But no, that's just not who I am. You guys know who I am. You guys know what I do. And while it's the only thing I do on this channel, it's just what I do. I enjoy doing it. I'll continue doing it. I'm not going to change just so that I can be part of this new big NASCAR YouTube community. It's just not who I am. And while it frustrates me that I haven't gotten to that, I shouldn't let it frustrate me. And, it's not good to want to be up there. And, I'm fine where I'm at. I've been doing this for so long. And, it's, you guys have always been here. I mean, I've been blessed with some of the best fans in the world, even though it's a real small channel compared to the rest of the NASCAR YouTube community. You guys are still there, and you guys still love what I do, and that's what counts. And I need to realize that more. And sometimes I feel like, I'm just not good enough for NASCAR YouTube, but that's just not true. And as you can tell, I didn't plan anything while talking here, so I don't have an outline or anything like that. That's how I usually do most of my things. I just jump right in and do it. Yeah, I apologize if I'm sounding a little off, but I'm not going off of anything. I'm just going off of what's going on in my head, so that's why it sounds a little off. But hey, I gotta stop apologizing. I apologize. I went Christmas shopping with my sister earlier today, and I took forever in the Walmart trying to think about what I wanted to get everybody, and I literally apologized to her for, I apologized to her maybe like 15 times, saying sorry that I'm taking so long in here. I have a very bad tendency to apologize way too much, so I'm sorry about that. but either way, I just want to really take this time to just thank everyone who still supports the channel and still follows it. It means a lot, and I don't know what I'd do without you guys. It's been hard for me lately, trying to do school and do this, and the motivation has just not been there, and I'm gonna have to scale back next year. I'm gonna get into next year a little bit here soon, but still, thank you to everyone who just still follows this channel. Been doing this now for almost 4 years officially, and some of you guys have been here the entire way through, and whenever one of you guys sign up, it just warms my heart, because it's like you've been here so long now. It's just awesome to see you guys continue to sign up and everything. And this is a fun little hobby that has turned into a big project over my life. I have no plans of stopping, and as long as you guys are here to watch, I'll keep on going. And thank you all for being there. So I appreciate it. But 2019, that's the big one here. We're gonna be doing things a lot differently next year. One of the big things is there aren't going to be near as many races as what we did this year, because I've learned it this season, this semester, that school's going to have to take a lot more of an importance in my life than the races. Now that's doesn't mean I'm going to stop, of course, and the thing is, I'm trying to aim for a quality over quantity kind of approach for these races next year as well. Instead of doing a bunch of races, going to do a small amount of races, but do a really good job on them. And we're only going to be running 2 series next year: Chick-fil-A Cup Series and the Haas IndyCar Series. And they'll run the beginning of the NASCAR season up until about the second week of September, and that's all we're going to do in 2019. I know that doesn't seem like much, but that's just how it's going to have to be. I'm not going to do anything in the fall next year. I've been way too stressed out trying to do this and school and work all at the same time. I can't do it to myself again. So, this is how it's going to go. This is kind of the schedule, in a way, for the 2019 year on Napa Fan. In January, we're not going to have anything, scheduled at all. Nothing scheduled. Now, we'll probably have a couple of painting live streams, because we got the Chick-fil-A Cup Series coming up in February. And we'll have to paint all of those cars. You guys also paint your cars. If you guys got any cars ready, by the way, just send them to me. I'd love to have them. Love to put them in NR and see what they look like on the racetrack. I'd greatly appreciate if you guys got them. So if you can do that, that'd be nice. But what was I saying? January, there's going to be nothing scheduled, nothing planned, none of that. February is where things start to get fun, and of course that's when we start the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. NASCAR's coming back and everything, and I'm going to say this right now, and this is a guaranteed date as well. I'm going to make sure it's guaranteed. But February 1st at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on Napa Fan, are the sign-ups for season number 8 of the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. Now, we've done a lot of reserves this year, a lot more than we normally do. The way I see it, we'll probably have about 22 cars available, but that's when it is. So mark your calendars right now. February 1st, 2019, at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Chick-fil-A Cup Series Season 8 signups. And that's for guys who have not reserved yet. Of course, those people who can reserve are veterans and champions. So, everybody else, they get to sign up then. And it's fine. Don't worry. The season does not start until the week after, on February 8th. That's when the Meliella Smooth Fest is, and that is the race where every single returning driver from Season 7 gets to race in it. So, that's going to be a fun race. You guys love that race. That's my favorite race, one of my favorite races to do all year. And it'll start back up, and I'll be releasing the Chick-fil-A Cup Series schedule eventually. Got to figure it all out here. It's going to look a little bit different. I've changed some things around. It's actually going to coincide with real life a lot more than it did last year, because we want to get, the Daytona 500 when it's Daytona 500 weekend. We're going to be doing the Vegas race when it's Vegas weekend, and so on. So for every racetrack we go to, we're going to try to coincide it with the weekend as the actual NASCAR race. So, for example, Indianapolis is now in September. We are going to do that race in September. It's actually going to be the penultimate race of the season in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, the Indianapolis race next year. So it's going to look a lot different. The schedule's going to be a lot different, but the season will begin on February 8th with the Meliello Smooth Fest and end September 14th with the Chick-fil-A 500 from Homestead. And, yeah, that's how it's going to be for 2018 in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. But you guys get the gist out of the sign up once they come up. It's one card per person, real names only. I'll say it again. It's February 1st, 2019 at 7 p.m. Eastern Time right here on NapaFan. Now, here's the thing. I know not everyone can make it on that day. Some people are like, oh, I can't make it. I have this, I have that. What I'm going to do, and we're not going to do this yet. We will, do this later on in January. But if you know for a fact you cannot make it and you're not one of those guys who is on the reserve list, I will let you reserve for the Haas IndyCar Series. Now, the Haas IndyCar Series, it's a pretty big deal here on NapaFan. We got the Indianapolis 250 part of that. That is an actual 250-mile race that I do, and it's a very fun race for me to do as well. I enjoy that one. And if you know for a fact you cannot sign up for the Chick-fil-A Cup Series on February 1st, I will let you reserve a car in the IndyCar Series automatically before the season starts. Now, once you take that IndyCar Series car, you cannot switch back. You can't use it kind of as a backup and say, well, if I don't, get a car in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, then I'll just, take this car in Haas IndyCar. Once you take the IndyCar, you're done. You cannot sign up for the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. So, we'll do that. We want to make sure that as many people can get in as possible, make it as easy as possible for everybody. I've been doing this for 4 years, and it's taken me up until now to do it this way. But I think the way I do it now is the best way possible. So, I want to make sure everyone gets the fair opportunity at getting a ride throughout the season. And the way I see it, we'll have 70 full-time rides open between the Chick-fil-A Cup Series and the IndyCar Series. So, yeah, that's 2019. That's all we're going to do. Now, we'll have special events as well throughout the year. Maybe a little bit more than normal. I think we'll have the Freedom 40, or Freedom 50, I should say. Which will be, a special event, Indy Lights special event. We used to do the Indy Lights series. I don't plan on doing it next year. But Indy Lights special event to coincide with the Indianapolis 250. Of course, there'll be the Thanksgiving 500 and the Christmas Eve 500 later in the year. And the big one next year is going to be an interesting one. I know this year we did the big one where we had 5 leagues all in a battle. I'm thinking of kind of not doing that this year. I don't feel like it really worked out that well. It might just go back to the way it used to be, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see what I feel like by the time it comes back around. Who knows? I might be too busy to do it, but either way, 2019 will be different. There's not going to be near as much on this channel as there used to be. And that's just because I'm getting busier, I'm going to be turning 20 years old next summer. That's going to be crazy. I'm going to be 20 years old. When I started doing this, I actually started YouTube when I was 13. Not many people knew me back in the Liquid Thermostat Cup Series days, especially the early days. But I started doing it when I was 13, and I started doing NR when I was 15. And I've been doing it ever since, so I'm going to be 20 next year now, so it's just, I'm getting too old for this, but hey, I'm going to keep on doing it anyway, and I love doing it. But yeah, that's 2019. It's going to be the Chick-fil-A Cup Series and the Haas IndyCar Series, and well, that's going to be it. We're going to enjoy it either way. Okay, there you go. I just feel old. I guess that's all there is to it. I'm sorry I made you feel older. I don't mean that. But either way, that's 2019. We're going to be really trying to try to, push the quality on these races as well. As, we're not going to have that many. So we'll have more time to make them look good. But, yeah, that's that. And one more thank you. I actually forgot to mention this. And, I actually started doing online races for people this year, so that's been a blast. I had an absolute blast doing the Talladega special event in October. That was so much fun to do. Everybody seemed to enjoy it, and unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do the one on Wednesday, the Winter Classic, because hey, I get to work till 10:30 at night. Yeah, but I would do it if I could, because the first one was such a blast. And next year, I'm just toying with this idea. I've only talked to a couple people about this, but I am possibly thinking of having an NOFSRL online league. I know Derek started thinking about that there as well, but I want to be able to do an online league where I can broadcast every single race, and I haven't been able to do that. I haven't been able to do any online broadcasting in a while, just because, like I said, I've been working 30 hours a week and doing school on top of that. Now that school's done, I have a little bit more time, but I'm still working 30 hours a week, and a lot of them are nights, so, you know, I'm not really home to do them. So, yeah, I want to be able to do an entire series, entire online series, entire season broadcast on Appafan, just the way we always do them. That's why I want to start my own league, so that's an available option. I know a lot of guys on online that would like to be part of that, and, you know, it's in the works, very early works right now. I haven't had the time to really dwell on it too much, you know, get with Seth, get with other people on figuring this whole thing out, but, hey, it's up there it's up in the air. You know, we're gonna look and see if we can do it. But if it doesn't, you know, it doesn't. But I'll still do as many online races as I can. But the thing is, and I will say this, I cannot make any guarantees with these because of my off-the-wall schedule. It's difficult to actually be consistent with it, and you know, I would like to apologize to those guys who I did online races for, who I was going to do more races for him, I just haven't been able to do it. And understandably, like I said, working 30 hours a week and doing school at the same time, it's practically like working a full-time job and then some. So, you know, we just haven't had that time to do it here on Appafan. Like I said, it's been a crazy, crazy year. Another thing, I actually didn't get to mention this as well. I haven't been responding to comments in the videos as of late. I know I did that throughout the entire year with the Chick-fil-A Cup series, and then I stopped doing it when we started doing the premieres there for a little while. And and I shouldn't have to apologize, but I like I said, I'm terrible. I feel like I have to apologize for everything. Hey, get to know me. That's just the way I am. And I know some people do probably expect me to, and I haven't been lately. It's like, oh, I wonder if anything's okay. Everything's fine. It's just been so busy, and, you know, I want to do it. I want to be able to respond to everybody who comments on the races. You know, I want that, you know, back-to-back, that interaction between me and the fans. Like, I feel like not many people do that, and I want to be able to do that because, hey, you know, I want you guys to stick around, you know? But I know it's not a big issue, and I shouldn't dwell on it, and I'm not. But, hey, for those of you who were expecting it, you know, I'm sorry if I haven't been doing it. But I'll get back into responding to you guys' comments for 2019 and Chick-fil-A Cup Series. It's a lot more fun when we got the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. Everybody's watching the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. Not as many people watch the other series, so, you know, we're just going to let the year roll out and start anew for 2019 and the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. So, yeah. I know, man. I know I don't need the extra stress, and like I said, I'm not stressing over it, but like I said, I always feel the need to apologize for everything. Like I said, I went Christmas shopping with my sister, I dragged her around in the Walmart for 2.5 hours, and I apologized about 15 times for how long we took. That's just how I am. I'm sorry. But, either way, that's 2019. There's also something else that I'm going to try to do in 2018, and I know that, well, what happened? I know that I said that, you know, I don't want to be this, you know, big modern NASCAR YouTuber where all I do is talk and everything. But on the flip side, I actually kind of feel on one bit that the channel is kind of very exclusive to people who sign up. And I don't necessarily want that. I know there's a lot of people subscribe to the channel who like watching what I do. And I know some of you like hearing me talk, you know, maybe not all of you, but some of you like hearing me talk, so, you know, I thought it'd be kind of cool to do not really a podcast, but kind of like a NASCAR/racing talk show, but not really. I wanted it to be unique. I wanted it to be very unique. And in 2019, I had this thought of doing a really short thing where we talk about a specific topic and I kind of give my opinion on it, that probably wouldn't be a generally popular opinion. So it's kind of up in the air. Like I said, I think NASCAR Talk is like the new NASCAR stop motion with the NASCAR YouTube community. I think it's just the hot thing that everyone wants to do now. And a lot of people enjoy it, and I'm actually a little surprised that it has become as popular as it has. Now, I will say I had a lot of problems with it. So many people clickbait, and even the best ones do it too. And it frustrates me how many NASCAR YouTubers clickbait, and these people like try to get as much respect as they can, but like they clickbait people. I don't like it. That's not what I'm gonna do. It's gonna be a you know what you're getting when you click on the video kind of thing. It's not gonna be, and I'm calling somebody out here. I like this guy. He's one of my favorites. You'll know who it is when I say it. But I'm not gonna be putting in my title Jeff Gordon to be taking over Hendrick Motorsports. No, that's just a rumor about the future. You see, I don't like it when somebody clickbaits you into watching a video. I want to be honest. I want you to know what you're watching when you click on the video. And I know maybe with this video, I might have clickbaited you a little bit, but, you know, that's what it is. It's a thank you to everybody. Hey, you know, I'm being honest there. And maybe it's just not something you'd expect on this channel. So maybe that's why I feel like it's clickbait. But I do not like it at all. And with this podcast show thing that I'm going to do, you're going to know what it is when you're clicking on it. We're not going to trap you into it being, oh, this big story, and it's just being, you know, talking about news. It's going to be talking about news, talking about my opinion on NASCAR racing news, and that's it. And you're going to know it when you click on the video. So many NASCAR YouTubers clickbait NASCAR YouTube, and I don't like it. I just don't. I have so many problems with it. I could go on and on and on. Some of the arguments I make would be fair. Others probably wouldn't be. It's just me being an idiot. But still, there's a reason why I'm doing this when I am. Let's just say that. I don't like it. It's just, I don't know. Like I said, the clickbait thing is one of the biggest things I have with the NASCAR YouTube community, and so many people, it's so different than what it used to be. I mean, I've been doing this for longer than most of these popular NASCAR YouTubers, actually. I've been here longer than them, and to see the change is just, it's disappointing in a way, and I don't know. I miss the days when we actually all did NASCAR stop motions. We actually took the time to do what we did. And now, I mean, I understand a lot of us are older, so we don't have the time to do it, but it's just like, you know, we're just doing the same thing over and over again, and there's just no creativity anymore, and, you know, maybe it's hard to be creative when, you know, we kind of, I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud, that's what happens lots of times, but, oh my goodness. That's why I like to be the way I am. And, you know, I stick to the NR, stick to being a Napa fan, stick to being the guy I want to be, and that's just a genuine guy. Everyone can watch. I mean, we're here for everybody, you know. It doesn't matter what your life is. Napa fan is for every single living human being out there on the planet, and, you know, it frustrates me when, like, NASCAR YouTubers try to put a personality on them. And it's obvious when they try to put a personality on them, and it's just like the channel revolves around them. I don't want the channel to revolve around me. I want the channel to revolve around you. That's what I want, and it's difficult to do that sometimes, but I want to do it as much as I possibly can because it is you. That's why this is a thank you to everyone, because it's all about you. And I don't want this to be about me at all. You guys keep it going. You guys are what make Napa fan. We're all Napa fan. That sounded weird, but you get what I mean. I don't want the channel just be me. It's you, and you guys keep it going. And that's why I said thank you. So it's my little rant on the NASCAR YouTube community. I could go on for hours on it, but I'm not. Yeah, I'm just not gonna do that. There are very few popular NASCAR YouTubers that I have a massive amount of respect for. And one of those guys is Griff Dog. And of course, he'll be getting that video out eventually. But he's one of those guys, I wish everyone on NASCAR YouTube was like him. He goes for quality, and he doesn't try to revolve a personality around him. And he's been here very long too. And that might be part of the reason why. But he's just what I want NASCAR YouTube to be. So everybody go follow Griff Dog. He does a pretty darn good job with what he does, and he's got it. He's got it. That's all I gotta say. There are a couple others as well. A lot of them are smaller, low-key. I know Joe Rakowski's in here. He's probably one of the most sensible guys I know. Love hearing him talk. He knows what he's talking about. So check out Joe Rakowski as well. Of course, 3,000 you have. I know two guys a shout out there. They both have over like 3,000 subscribers, and here I am with 761. I don't know. Somewhere around those lines. But hey, you know, it's good to know there's still some guys out there who are genuine, and you know, I just wish most NASCAR YouTubers like that. So, I'm being very, very vague about it. I can't go into specifics because then people get a little too wackadoodle with it, and yeah, we all got a problem. But hey, you know, thank you. You know, like I said, I want to be as genuine and as honest and as just personable and relatable as possible. And while lately I haven't been involved too much, you know, I'm still here, and I will still continue to do Napa Fan, still continue to do these races for you guys. Because I enjoy it. I enjoy commentating. It's not my major. I'm not in a broadcasting major. But I love doing it. And I will continue to do it. It's my hobby. And I know Marty Johnson, you know, most of you guys probably know Marty Sakela. You know, he's going into it. And let me tell you, he does a very good job. He's up there. And, you know, most of you could probably think I'm just as good as he is. I'm not trying to say that's not me talking. That's you guys talking. We're probably just as good at it together. And, you know... But hey, you know, it's just not my thing. Like, I know it would be my thing. I'd love to have a career in it, but it's just not something that I want to take a risk in. So, yeah. Kudos to Marty. He's an awesome guy, and he's following his passion, and he's doing it. He's going out there and becoming a broadcaster. I'm becoming an accountant. So, yeah. Maybe I'll regret that decision in a few years, but you know what? I'll still be here either way. So, thank you. Thank you very much for that. So, yeah, like I said, just want to be as personable, as genuine and honest as I possibly can. And, you know, the world needs more people like that, and that's why I want to be that way. So, this is for you guys, and I want to do more for you guys, you know, because you guys mean so much to me. So, you know, but hey, I think just continue going on might be enough for you guys. So hopefully it is, and you know, continue to give me feedback. Don't feel bad to give me feedback either. I want to hear what you guys have to say, and you know, do my best to make this channel better. You know, I don't have all the time in the world, and I always try to have that quality over quantity. So you know, we'll figure it out, but we'll do a good job. So you know, it's all about you too. You know, you guys run the channel as well, and you just tell me no. Tell me what you want. I don't know what I'm saying. Just tell me how you want the channel to be. Tell me what you want to see. You know, and I'll do my best to do so. You know, and you know, I get that feedback from how much you watch it too. You know, you guys watch those NR races. You know, you always have. That's why I do it, because I know you guys like it, and I want to make you guys happy. You know, that's just all there is to it. But yeah, I've been talking long enough. Go ahead. I know some of you probably want to watch the Core League. Probably not all of you, but I know that's a big deal. So, you know, go have fun with that. I'm going to record some NR races, pick up my sister from her Christmas party, and then do other things. And then go to bed and get up and work tomorrow. And then maybe on Sunday I can get some more stuff done. I don't know. But either way, thank you to everybody who watched this. I greatly appreciate it. And it was nice catching up with you guys and telling you, you know, how everything is. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. That's all there is to it. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. I have a race tomorrow, and yeah, we'll only have a couple more races before the year ends, and then we'll be off the offline stuff until February, and I'm gonna need it, let me tell you that. But once Chick-fil-A Cup Series rolls around for 2019, we're gonna have a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that. And get your cars in if you're gonna be painting, and I need to get my cars painted and everyone else's cars painted, so that we have a good season number 8. And that's the big thing on this channel. Everybody loves it, and we're gonna do a good job in 2019. But anyways, thank you guys very much for watching, and that is it for me. So I will see you guys later.